What's good, YouTube? We got a Moody conversation featuring Lil Yachty and Drake, episode 1. Future Mood. Let's get into it. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe button.
Bro, if Jason Momoa just walked up on the beach, like, right now on some just Aquaman shit, like, popped out of the water, I would not be like, I would be shocked. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would be a little, I might be like, what? But I wouldn't be, like, I wouldn't run in the crib. I'd be like, that's Aquaman, obviously.
What? What's this nigga talking about? Oh, Air Drake. Air Drake. This is good production. Them niggas living lavish.
How you guys doing? We're here. It's Yachty here with Future Mood. This is something special and new that we're doing here at Turks. The one and only Turks and Caicos. Just here flex my muscle a bit, doing things that most people can't.
Mm-hmm.
Drake Drizzy Rogers.
I like it.
How are you? Do people call you that anymore?
Not really.
Drake Drizzy Rogers?
No, not anymore.
I don't know if I want to do it anymore.
Do you know the story behind that, by the way?
No, what is the story behind that?
My email was drizzydrake@rogers.com. Rogers.
You actually told me that.
Yeah, Rogers is the service provider in Canada. And then he thought that, he didn't realize.
Who's he?
Wayne.
Oh.
Wayne thought that, like, he didn't realize that time that, like, the at in the email was like a middle
interview in the name.
Yeah, so he just thought my name was Drizzy Drake.
Need to get out the house.
And he just kept that.
I mean, he rapped it once. I didn't have the heart to correct him.
That's pretty sick.
God bless his heart.
Yeah.
Drake sound like
one thing that we really have in common is our love for our mothers.
Yes.
You know?
I wouldn't correct.
What is that
Wayne
like?
either.
You know, being like the star. Obviously, this is a question for your mother. I've actually asked her this, but what do you think it's like for her with you being whom you are? I think obviously at this point it's not now. Let's go back to like 2015, 2013.
I never realized you had a come down leg tat. By the way, I just had to say that.
Yeah, I did.
Shout out to the sleep.
Yeah. Those are my guys.
I never really took that in.
Yeah. Those are my guys. Shouts out to Fiji. 100%. That's my brother. That's for life.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna get into it, you know.
Yeah. Fuck with that.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's so
you talking about my mom and like then I started thinking about the city and I was like, am I like envisioning?
Are you tripping?
Yeah. No, that's what's up.
I dead ass have it. Those are my brothers, bro. I love those guys. Dead ass. Those are only that in the owl. Only tats I have besides my own game.
You know we love that.
That's
mothers.
Hard.
Yeah.
What do you think that's like?
Mothers are amazing, man.
What's it like? What, to have a mother?
I love my mothers.
No, what do you think it's like for her to be the mother of you?
Oh.
What?
I don't know. I like we're gonna really like kind of like this is excluding like, so I didn't really want to answer that. I guess I don't know. I mean, I'm a father, and I've been through so much with my mom.
He understand now.
Like just times where like it was like I didn't, I feel like there's real times where we didn't know like what the outcome would be. There's like real times of like uncertainty that I've been through with my mom.
Hey, I feel what he's saying.
I
feel what he's saying because like I be going through that with mine sometimes, especially like when you come from that space of like being raised by your mom and only your mom. It's like a weird relationship, but it's a dope relationship at the same time, especially like once y'all get to know each other and stuff.
Now like as a parent, I assume that she expresses her like pride and gratitude every single day. But I don't know. That's a tough one for me to answer. I mean, I assume it's probably just
to be the parent of
thankful.
Do you fear for her?
Like in what way?
Like I fear for my mom all the time, but just being like who I am and just like her going out in the world and just being herself, like going to the grocery store and no.
I mean, I think my mom has like this really insulated circle that she rolls with, which I fuck with too.
Yeah.
Like, but aside from that, like I try not to. That's like thinking like, are we gonna die every time we get on the plane? Like I can't think like that because
you gotta have positive.
I'll go to like dark places. I can't think of anybody ever doing anything to my mom.
Facts.
Yeah,
I try not to anyway.
That's fair. That's fair. I want to talk about shit that we kind of talk about and just shit that, I mean, obviously you haven't done one of these in a shit long time. So I just want to take it all over the place. A guy like you that essentially I feel like, and I don't want to, I'm not going to say has everything because no one has everything, but has accomplished so much in life and has reached so many levels, seen so many things, experienced so many things. What else is there to want? Like, what does someone want who has material? I don't even. That's not even as far as materialistic. That could be as far as anything. But what is it there that to even search for or want as a human, as a man who has touched so many things?
Well, I think like on a broader scale, I think I'm at the point now where I just want to like, and I feel like maybe we talked about this the other day, but I feel like I'm kind of introducing the concept in my mind of a graceful exit, like, and almost just kind of, I feel like a lot of people that I've watched as the years have gone on, it's a really addictive, competitive space, and oftentimes you're like addicted to the competition itself. And so, you know, you'll like, sometimes it'll baffle you, like, why are these people still making attempts at like trying to be present in the space?
Yeah.
And then you'll realize like they probably, their needs and desires and their soul was probably fed for so long off of being a guy or the guy that they can't let it go. And so I guess like what's left for me is just to find a way to gracefully like, I'm not ready now, but to gracefully like continue making projects that are extremely like interesting and hopefully cherished by people, and then to find the right time to say like, I can't wait to see what the next generation does. I'll still be around to like, you know, work with people or do a show here or there, but I'm not going to like force myself to compete. I would love to just see what the next generation
just put stuff
does,
out, and like if it hit it,
whenever that time is. So I guess like that's like the one thing that I like want for myself really badly. And then like, I don't know, like I also really need like a house in Turks.
Yeah. There's a song, it's on Views where you said something about retiring at 35.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I always want, my plan in life is to definitely buy some land here in South Carolina, because this is where I'm from, and it's a good place to buy some land. It's not that much. And we got land down here. It's smart. It's smart to buy some land down here where I'm from. I want to build a crib on that land, just build some shit on that land, but at the same time, like in life though, when I get old, I don't even know if old, just like I get some money and I can afford it, I gotta buy a crib like on some island somewhere, bro.
I hate hearing that shit. Yeah, I heard it the other night while we were at the bar. People always say that. When you were younger, did you think 35 was really old? Yeah. You thought like 35, I'm like good. Yeah, I just like maybe that's like maybe the.
Now that I'm older,
I think that.
Were you like 26 then?
You're not really
I was young,
old till you start hitting
I think
about like 60.
That
60
and
not even really old, bro.
Sometimes when I've like said girls' names in songs, maybe those are the two things that I look back on. I'm like, maybe I could have done without like shitting on people for age. like, or saying like, you know, or like disrupting somebody's life. I never, like, the lyrics are never with ill intent, but like, I had somebody one time be like, you know, it's not necessarily what you're saying about me, it's the fact that you said it.
What does that mean?
Like, just in the sense of, like, you don't know what it does to me. Like, you don't know who my boyfriend is at the time, or you don't know who, like, what my family knows and doesn't know, you know, and if you express, like, any form of discontent for me in a song and call me by name, then all of a sudden, like, I'm left to kind of, like, pick up the pieces in my own life that I've, like, tried to build up for myself. So I've, like, tried my best to stop doing that, but I like to be honest in music, too, so that one's a push and pull, but Drake, when I was younger and I was like,
in his music. I
you used to do a lot. I used to think you were making girls' names up.
To his music,
no, I don't think I've ever made a girl's name up. That's crazy. Ever in life. I think that's the one thing that I would like maybe say is like just makes me kind of be like just to think it's so wavy to be young. It's not that sick. Because I'm here now, like I just left 35, right? And it's like,
hey, bro,
you're getting up there.
For my little bros, little sisters, even for the big bros and big sisters, the ones that feel like you don't want to grow older, bro. It's cool to grow old and learn and grow wiser in life, man. That's what you're supposed. That's the key to life. You're supposed to live and grow and learn. That's the key to life, bro. I try to learn something new every day, especially if I ain't doing that. Try to just learn something new.
Well, all right. But
just saying.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. How old are you?
25. So
yeah, I can't wait. You're gonna get old as fuck.
By the time I get old as fuck, but when I'm old as fuck, you're gonna be in a cane.
No, by the way. First of all,
you'll be using a cane.
I'll be 10 years older than you.
Yeah, you'll be
still dripped
as
out.
much basketball you play, you'll definitely using a cane by 40.
Nah. By the way, I'll be in incredible shape.
I think you'll be using a cane.
Nah, I don't think so. But again, I know that you have like confidence at 25 because you're 25. Like it's so.
I've had confidence since 16. Yeah.
But it's like cool to you that you're 25. I get it. I was there. By the way, I was there. I was like 25 too. I was damn, I'm 25. These old ass niggas.
Now you're saying 30's the new sexy, right? That's what
I'm not saying that. This isn't like a.
Sounds like you're one of those people.
I'm not like. Remember when Hov like did the button up and tried to make everybody dress formal to like regular events?
Yeah, Kanye used to.
Jay did. Damn.
Man, really Jay-Z trying to make it like formal. Like if you're not in formal dress code.
Kanye
like
did that too, though. It was the point when Kanye did that. When he was just wearing like wedding suits everywhere. Yeah. It was like if you didn't wear a suit and black Ray-Bans, you just weren't. You weren't cool.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. You just gotta find your way in there. You know. I feel great though.
Yeah,
I feel great.
That's good. That's good.
Age is a funny thing though.
Age is a funny thing.
Age is funny.
The concept of it.
I know.
You know, I would never stop saying that. I look at my father now and I start seeing gray hairs and it's insane.
You go through hella different segments.
You just don't know if you're gonna make it there, and then when you make it there, you're like, damn, okay, I'm here now. I don't really feel that much different than I did.
Yeah.
At this point, I thought I would.
Let me ask you this.
It's been a good life, though.
Hey, that's true. That's true, because I'm 27 now, and I'll be like 28 on November the 16th. And, like, that shit don't really, like, it don't faze me. Like even me being close to 30 now, it don't faze me as much as I thought it would. Like that. I'm still the same person. I just, like, think different and do a little different. It's like age shit don't really, like, in life you still always have a kid in you somewhere still though, but it's like age don't really, like, I don't know, the older you get, you'll understand.
Great life. Fantastic life. I'm looking at a sunset.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
That's the goal.
You guys can't see it.
What they saying?
It's there.
That's a B-roll.
That's the goal. At least for me.
This is an interesting question because I was talking to our good friend Kyle yesterday. And I talk to a lot of people all the time, and I think the one thing that I've always, the biggest conversation that I have, obviously when you're like with people who just don't know you or people who just assume, is that like just the conception people have of you in their mind. And it's so insane. And I can remember being younger and maybe having certain conceptions, but they were never like the ones that I hear now. You know, like just like what people really assume. Then I had to step back. It's, I guess when you know someone, it's hard to even see something from someone's point of view who doesn't, you know? But like when you just start and think about it, like, I mean, I don't think you've done it even in an interview in so long. Past that, I think all people really have to live off is music and Instagram posts, you know, and shit like Alex posting a video with the ring, with the necklace, you know, like just things that little people, like people depict shit and then they just create this synopsis of like you as a man. And when we first started hanging out and got really close, it used to like really irritate me and piss me off. Like I've been in lots of arguments.
You would get really upset. Oh yeah. And you would text me and be really upset.
Well, you know, I'm just very defensive over our friendship.
I know.
That's honest. But to you, what do you think is what do you think is one of the most like just craziest things that you've heard about yourself that's just so not true? I know a couple, but like, what do you think?
I don't know if I could really pick one thing like, oh, this room. Well, I mean, there's kind of two ways to approach it. It's like, if you choose to live a life that is truly built and designed by you, for you, and the people that you care about, you will essentially not be able or not be willing to dedicate hours in the day to controlling every narrative. I can't fix every rumor. I can't address every single thing. I've seen people wash their whole life out by trying to like overly communicate in every scenario, trying to like fix things and clarify and this, that, you know, like I'm here living a real life with people that I really love. And I think it's interesting, like whenever I meet somebody, particularly like women, I always kind of get this, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a backhanded compliment, but it is kind of like a passive, like, wow, I just didn't expect, like, I thought you would be so different, or like, wow, you're actually really nice. That's a crazy one too. You're actually, like, saying you're actually anything means you basically thought I was a piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, like, yeah, I get a lot of you're actually this and you're actually that.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is, well, I guess it's not, because it's like at the same time you bring up like Alex posted a chain the other day, and then like people being like, you're sick that you thought of proposing 42 times. Like, guys, do we not?
How's that? I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard the story of like him getting 46 engagement rings that he proposed to women in the past, I thought that was crazy. And the fact that he held on to the rings, then I thought about it. I was like, nah, not really. That's just 46 chicks that he fell in love with, proposed to. Dang, that's a lot of heartbreaks. 46? Dang, Drake.
We not understand.
We actually have to clarify.
Yeah, like, it's like, do we not get that this is kind of like it's a conceptual art piece? I don't know, like...
That's genuine.
It's funny, but I don't know. I don't know the biggest misconception. What do you think it is?
Honestly, I just think it's that people think you aren't an actual rapper. Yeah, I think that for me is like one of the things I think that probably irritates me most. You know,
I wouldn't say he a rapper. He an artist.
I never understood that. I never understood.
Like, from what perspective? Genres. Like the ghostwriting perspective?
No, or just from the standpoint of just like, I don't know, bro. I think when someone is when you're crowned,
it's like a discrediting.
Yeah, you know, just like when you're crowned titled the best.
No,
you know, it's like that weighs heavy on a lot of people, and for some reason, a lot of people just don't want to agree with something. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe, and it could be, and it's usually personal reasons as to why. The sun's going down, guys. We just want to say, if you guys see a different color in the video, I just want to let you know the sunset's going down. This guy here wanted to stay at the bar for hours. So that's why the video will now be for the rest of the portion darker until the sun is down and we can no longer do it. All right, cool. Anyways, I just have to make sure that's in there. We don't have money for budget to actually edit lighting, so when it goes dark, it's just dark.
It's a gradual.
He directing.
It's like a progression video.
Drake is definitely.
Yeah, it's about to get really dark. It's really dark. But yeah, I think it's just like the talent part. You know, I think it's the talent part. You know, I think that, and I think it's just like people think like the whole like even like the upbringing from Degrassi. People try and use that as like, oh, he's like he's not like that, or he's like he's you know just all kind of assumptions that really.
And I'm not even gonna lie. I had this little phase, but like me, my cousin, we was just watching Degrassi. We was watching Degrassi, bro. Drake was on Degrassi. That's crazy. For the people that used to watch Degrassi and watch Drake, is that not crazy to y'all niggas that we used to watch him on TV? Now he is.
It's really irritate me from people who don't know
I've heard it for so long, and it's just I realized that it's not like I stopped chasing unanimous love a long time ago. I don't think unanimous love is attainable when you're in any form of competitive space, even if it is like based on opinion, right? Like,
yeah,
you know, I'll bring up sports a lot in music, but again, it's a lot different, right? Because sports, there's a winner and a loser, so you can really base your point on the fact that this guy's the best because of numbers, this many rings or this many points or whatever. But
which is still opinionated.
Yeah, it is opinionated, 100%. But it's a little more like it's got a little more foundation to it. Our shit is really just like what you like and what you don't like. And I just realized a long time ago, not long enough, I wish it was earlier, but a while ago that I'm not gonna make everybody love me. Yeah. And people are going to also kind of, you know, I'm like a character. I'm not like a real. I don't feel often when I meet people. I have to like humanize myself. I was talking to a therapist at one point, and he said something.
He said this in the song,
and he was like, you know, it was a really valid point. I'm not really a big therapy guy. I don't feel like I necessarily want the same life as a therapist is trying to pitch me on, which is like some life of like morals and simplicity and those type of things. Yeah. Not to say I don't have.
I could kind of see that. I can kind of see that when it comes to therapy, because you can have therapy. You can have therapy in any type of way in life, but when people be talking about like how when you go to like a real life therapy session, I kind of see how people be saying that, because it's like you're just talking to somebody, but it's like you're talking to a stranger.
Simplicity, but like I don't need my life to be rooted in like find somewhere to disappear in the world and like disconnect from everybody. That's not really like where I'm headed.
Right.
But I did talk to a therapist one time, and he made this point about being like, you know, no matter what kind of woman you're chasing physically, right? Like you like ass, you like titties, you like he's like, you have the biggest tits in the room. He's like, you walk into any room and you have just the most gigantic tits. Yeah. Nobody can think about anything else other than whatever your gigantic tits, which is you're Drake. I remember this about this guy. I remember that about this guy. I bet this guy does this. I bet this guy does that. Like all the preconceived notions, they're just like they can't see past the gigantic tits unless they talk to you. Yeah. And then they're like, oh wow, like you're actually like, I mean, your tits are huge, but you're super smart. Right. You know, or like you're really nice and kind.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to that's why I relate to girls with huge tits.
Yeah. You made me look down. You kept saying I had a huge tits.
I wasn't really saying you. I don't know why I was looking too. That was crazy. I envisioned you as just fucking monster.
Just knockers.
Jug.
Just mommy milkers.
Yeah,
just here.
I know.
Yeah. All right, you can stop.
This interview got way more fun.
Yeah, it's getting dark. I'm telling you guys.
That's like you going on stage and
it's like it's Tim Drink.
Vision everybody in the crowd.
That's a very valid point.
His therapist,
man,
that was valid.
Women are something else.
Yeah, they are.
You know, I don't like to talk about them for long, to be honest, because they always leave me with a strong depression.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. What do you think about? It's just true. I don't know. I got my feelings.
I thought there was a question following.
No. That was just facts.
Straight statement.
Yeah, that was just real life. What do you think? This is my question because this is something that, and it gets kind of weird. I might have to explain it, but you might get it. Why do you think?
I just been looking at draft day, staring off into the sunset, knowing his time is coming.
Where is he?
He's on the phone now, but before he was just like staring out at like the ocean waves, just knowing that his day.
I'm about to be.
His day's on the way. I fuck with that. I love
that. That's probably exactly
he had a moment.
What it was.
He had a moment. Just then he hopped on FaceTime.
Yeah. People are such manipulated and brainwashed.
That's dope.
And like they just all follow these traits, right? Yeah. Like these custom traits, and I'll explain it because this sounds so like weird. But what I mean by this is like why do people think like? I was having a conversation once, and someone's like, "Well, how much did your daughter weigh?" You know, to me, someone said it to me when she came out. You know, or ever someone's like, when's your mom's birthday? I tell you, I don't know my mom's birthday. I know when it is,
right? And
I've never missed it. Ever. Right. And my mother has, I think, arguably had the best birthday since I became who I am.
Right.
But I don't know it off the top of my head. But why do you think it's a thing where it's like people like feel like, oh, you're supposed to know your parents' birthday. You're supposed to know how much your kid weighed when it came out. I feel like it's so stupid, right?
I mean, I think those are two really different things.
Those are just two. Those are what I mean, though.
Like, knowing your mom's birthday and
these are two personal
knowing what
experiences
your kid weighed when they popped out is such a useless fact. Like, I'm sorry, I do not know what my son
That's
weighed.
what I'm saying. But it doesn't mean you don't love your son. Right. And you know what he likes.
Yeah, well, now I didn't then. He was just like a
yeah, exactly,
pod or something. I don't know. I just hold him and be like
it's crazy.
I wasn't like, yep, 6.5 pounds. Like, I cared.
But that is a real thing, though. That's a real thing in the world. People feel like you're supposed to know these things, and I never understood the conception of that logic. Like
people in Milwaukee.
No, like people everywhere. I guarantee you, after this, it'll be a thing where people are like, you're supposed to know that. You're supposed to know this.
I get what you're saying.
I don't get it though.
So what's the question?
Why do you think it is the way that? Like certain things happen that are just like people think automatically Christmas we buy gifts. I think that's just a trait.
It's just hardwiring.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just all hardwiring. It's just all it's the lifelong argument of nature versus nurture, right? Like and that is the nurture thing. It's like how were you
what's crazy about that whole thing? Like when you get older, you start to appreciate the fact that Christmas is nothing about gifts. It's just about like sharing like genuine love with people and like just spreading the Christmas spirit. Christmas ain't really about no gifts, gang.
Were you?
I don't even care.
Well, I guess both nature and nurture. Yeah, just
really
like
care about
what things were you raised on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like our accents and shit. Like it's like we probably all sound foreign to you being from Toronto because of just a place that we're from and just the fact that like I don't know who started talking like that.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet that guy. I literally want to meet the first Toronto man of all time. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he got the accent from or any of that, but like I just like I know that like he's influenced all of us and now we like I'm like a full father talking like internet memes because that's my upbringing.
Right.
That's crazy. They question that just like how
traditions and values.
Why do they talk like that?
You know, why do they matter? Is that what you're asking? Or
I just don't get. I just wonder why people like. Why is such a thing? He's doing it again. I think you just missed it. He was doing it again.
He's locked.
Yeah. And they gotta be dope for them to be at the.
Do you believe in aliens?
Be around people that have moments.
I think first of all, as human beings,
they used to have.
Find a way to wake up and think like
and they get to see
the world kind of like revolves around our story. There's no way this can end or it can't end now because things are going too good or whatever. We definitely think we have more control over life than we do 100%. And I've just seen it go the other way so many times that I know for a fact, like I know just because shit's going good for me and I'm Drake, I know it doesn't mean I'm supposed to be here and grow old and be 80 or 90 years. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, like I know I don't have control over that aspect of the story, but even deeper than that, it's like, man, I believe like Bro, if Jason Momoa just walked up on the beach like right now on some just Aquaman shit, like popped out of the water, I would not be like, I would be shocked. You know what I mean? Like I would be a little, like I would be a little, I might be like, what? But I wouldn't be, I wouldn't run in the crib. I'd be like, that's Aquaman, obviously. Of course there's a fucking entire world under there that we don't know about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't dip on him.
So you're basically saying like you're not.
Like I'm open to the idea.
Right.
If Jason Momoa pops up on us right now
as Aquaman,
I would be like, this interview just got way crazier. Pull up a chair. We need to know
what you just did.
What's popping down? Like what's
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like if aliens come and get me, like I'm gonna be like, yo, let's build. Let's build. Like I'm gonna introduce him to Jordan right away.
Yeah. You have to before he. If he doesn't know, then
it could get crazy.
It could get shaky. That's quick. Yeah, he has to know.
Yeah, no, there definitely has to be shit that like we don't understand or. Right? Like I don't know. This is just one planet, right?
Yeah.
What do we just think? All the other ones are empty?
Yeah.
We're the only ones that get blessed with like.
That's true.
Chilling in Turks and Caicos, dropping sunglasses. Nobody else on any other planet has a sunglasses line.
I hope not one like this.
Nah, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly.
Oh, he got his own sunglasses line.
Exactly. That's exactly right. He supports.
I support my brother. Honestly, one of my best friends. I love you so much. Honestly, real talk.
I love you, and I want y'all to stop. I ain't even. You know what? I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it.
What do you say?
I'm not gonna get into that time I hit you about that time about the shit on the internet.
That's every day.
Yeah. But the one time about the time I was upset.
You're always upset.
Okay. The time I hit you about the time I was upset about.
That nigga Scorpio real.
Too many times.
Yeah, let's say it.
Hey,
all right, so
low-key be
let's see. One last thing I would like to see, because I want to wrap it up. Sun's going down. We got things to do. If you know off the top of your head, because you've done so many things. He's doing it.
That nigga done had like
He's doing it again. We got the
where he just thinking about life.
You
good? Bro, I don't blame him. Look at Turks.
Oh, right. Just making sure.
Bro, that look like CGI behind him.
No,
and then they got Air Drake.
No, you had
no, you was looking into the ocean.
No,
you had one of the ones.
Yeah.
I'm out here with
I'm out here. It's like you were looking into the distance.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Like, no, it's all good.
We still rolling, bro. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't afford security.
Right?
All right. What is the craziest thing you've ever done for someone?
Gave somebody a milli. He can't even say that.
No, you know. You know. What's just one that it might get you in trouble, but I just want to know one thing. And that's from a long time ago. All right, it's from a long time ago, obviously. But what's one of the
crazy? Tell the Oklahoma story?
Please.
I know that's what you want.
I want to see what you're gonna say. I want to see what you're gonna say.
I once did like 3 hours of prosthetics, like so I could attend somebody's court date that I cared about, because they were in trouble for something.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That is deep. 3 hours.
I walked in as like a 80-year-old man, and everyone was like, "Is that Drake as an 80-year-old?" It definitely was like, I'm not like, yo, I had one of the like best Hollywood makeup artists in the world. They were still like, that's definitely Drake as an 80-year-old.
Crazy. That's crazy.
It did not work.
What's a harmless confession?
You're asking me what is a harmless confession, or what's a harmless?
What's a confession? And this could be anything.
I was gonna say a confession is that doesn't bring you harm. That's what a harmless confession is. But you weren't asking for a dictionary definition.
No. I wasn't Webster. I wasn't asking for you to be Webster.
I don't know if I have harmless confessions.
Well, I mean, just like something that like you really irritates you that you don't like. Like I hate when you go in a hotel and then they have the napkins and it's all nicely folded. Cause
that's like a pet peeve though.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to say like.
Why do you hate that?
I didn't want to say an ick. Oh, because I hate messing it up. Because it's like really nicely, like a nice flower, like someone took the time.
And I never want to.
Same when you go to a restaurant and it's folded all nice.
I think that's something because I used to work.
I think if we're fucking with each other and you wake up earlier than me, but have to like control the room. For example, like if somebody wakes up earlier than me and like busts the blinds open, or or like you know, like,
I ain't gonna lie, I am a cranky wake upper. Like I gotta wake up on the right time that I gotta wake up. I can't be like woken up because my mood just gonna. I don't know. I gotta be woken up on a good setting.
Like if somebody's just on their phone, but like taking calls and shit, like in bed while you're. If it's like if the bedroom turns into your office just because you woke up earlier than me,
that's terrible.
Yeah, that's horrible to me.
It's awful.
Yeah, that's horrible to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't like obviously like I'm all with like, you know, here's a driver, start your day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you later, or like I'll wake up, we'll reconvene in a bit. But like to like take command of the room,
that's insane.
Yeah, I know.
And it's insane that there are women that do that.
People in general.
I mean, I would hope it's only women that.
But like you were like, I just didn't want to make you. I didn't want to take you down the women path.
No, don't put me in it. No, I said women. You said people.
I know, but you were like, you sounded like you were like being hateful towards women. So I was like, yeah, but it's people in general, right,
you were
bro?
making
Like, obviously, what the fuck? Like, I just didn't want to bury you. All right, sorry, you're right. Well, I guess it's like, let's run that back.
No, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't know. We're off that.
I mean, like, obviously, I was just trying to like.
I get it. It sounded like you were trying to say like.
I get what you think. I get where my fault was, but I'm just letting you know I was trying to help you initially. So I threw myself under the bus for you.
Oh. Well, that's
because you were like, yeah, man, women, bro, and I was like, okay, like obviously. Like women gotta wear these glasses.
Well, I mean, right? I don't know. I wouldn't know that men do that in the bedroom.
I don't know either. I'm just trying to help you. I need women to put the shades on, bro. Okay, what the hell? It's like,
right, we want women to wear the glasses. They are definitely unisex. Why do you think, and I'm only asking this because you do it the most and the most strongest, why do you think when rappers bring rappers out on stage, they act as if they never seen them before?
That's so funny.
The way you hug people is so insane.
Like we'll just have seen each other backstage.
We were just backstage, and it's like,
I don't know, but maybe it's like adrenaline, you know?
Okay.
Don't you think?
I don't know. We all do it.
I guess because like it's kind of like the crowd seeing them, and you're like, oh shit, like you're trying to play the role like I haven't seen you too. I don't know. That's a good ass question. But what would be the other side of it? Would it be like you coming out on stage and me acting like I've just been chilling with you for 30 minutes and like don't acknowledge you? Like, we're just like, that'd be so weird, no? That's so funny. That's such a good point. Like, it's way too enthusiastic, like. But I legit did perform for Baby the other day, didn't see him backstage at all, and didn't see him after the show, only saw him on stage.
I went on stage and didn't even see him on stage.
He cut?
Walked on stage.
That nigga Baby just
I didn't see him on the stage.
That's wild.
I got you.
That's wild.
I didn't see him at all. That was
that nigga GTA player.
A Moody conversation.
Is that what these are called?
I think I just off the top.
A Moody conversation. I like that.
Future Mood and Moody.
Oh, I like that. Moody conversation.
Moody conversation.
That was a Moody conversation.
That's a dope podcast name.
Yachty and Drake.
Yachty can
Thank you so much, bro.
Part 1.
Yeah, part 1. We'll see you guys next time in Croatia.
In Croatia? What is it?
Damn.
Just
hey
like
man,
that.
if y'all enjoyed that beautiful video, hit that like, comment, subscribe button. I will see y'all in the next